The topic is relation. So what is a relation? You all know about the Cartesian product. Suppose we have a set S, another set T, then S cross T is said to be the Cartesian product between S and T, and its element will look like S comma T, where S belongs to capital S and T belongs to capital S. For example, if we choose S equals this set 1 comma 2 and T equals the set A comma B, then S cross T will become 1 comma A, then 1 comma B, then 2 comma A, 2 comma B. Okay. Now a binary relation rho between a set S and a set T, this rho is a subset of S cross T. Okay. Now if that order pair S comma T belongs to rho, then we will say that the element S is related by the relation rho with the element T of capital T. Okay, if S comma T belongs to rho, this rho will be given in the question. Suppose I am saying that rho denotes A rho B holds if and only if A is a divisor of B. If and only if A is a divisor of B. And S cross T, you can take the set as Z comma Z. S as Z, that is the set of integer, and T is also Z, that is the set of integer. Now 2 comma 3, suppose I am taking 2 comma 3. Will this belongs to rho or not? We have to check. 2 is not a divisor of 3, that means 2 comma 3 does not belongs to rho. But 2 comma 4, it will belongs to rho, right? Because 2 is a divisor of 4. So this is how we define all the elements of rho. Now if some elements S comma T belongs to rho, then we will say the element S is related to that element T by the relation rho. Okay. Now there are total 3 types of relation. Number 1 is called reflexive relation. Next is symmetric, and the next one is transitive. Now what is called reflexive relation? Reflexive means if A rho A holds. For a particular relation rho, if A rho A holds, then we will say this is reflexive relation. If we choose the previous relation, previous example, that is A rho B holds if and only if A is a divisor of A. Now if you, instead of A rho B, if you put A rho A, then what will the statement become? It will become A rho A holds if and only if A is a divisor of A. Is it true? Yes, A is obviously a divisor of A because always A divides A. So rho is a reflexive relation for that particular example. Okay, this is how we check reflexive relation, that is A rho A holds or not. Next is symmetric. Symmetric relation, its definition is A rho B will imply B rho A. That means at first we will choose that A rho B holds. Then if this implies that B rho A holds, then we will say that rho is symmetric. So if you take this example, A rho B means A is a divisor of B. Now what does it mean by B rho A? B rho A is B is a divisor of A. Will it be always true? If A is a divisor of B, will always B is a divisor of A? No, the answer is no. If you can take this example 2 comma 4, 2 is a divisor of 4, but 4 is not a divisor of 2. So this is not true. That means that relation rho is not a symmetric relation. If you ask for any example of a symmetric relation, we can take that A rho B holds if and only if A plus B is even. If we choose this relation, check, this is a symmetric relation. Because A plus B is even, this denotes A rho B. So B rho A will become B plus A is even. Now if A plus B is even, B plus A is obviously even because both are same. So this is an example of a symmetric relation. Next is transitive. Transitive relation is A rho B comma B rho A. This will together imply, sorry, not B rho A, B rho C. This will together imply A rho C. You will take this one and this one. If that two together imply A rho C holds, then we will say this is a transitive relation. If you take the previous example, that is A row B holds if A plus B is even, let's check it's a transitive relation or not. Now it is given that A row B is holding and B row C is also holds. That is A plus B is even and B plus C is also even. Now we have to check that A plus C is even or not. Now A plus B is even, that means A plus B equals some 2k and B plus C equals to some 2, let us take 2k1 and 2k2. k1 is some integer, k2 is also some integer. Then it becomes B plus C equals 2k2 for some integer k2. Now add this 2, it will become A plus 2b plus 2c equals 2 into k1 plus k2. A plus 2b plus c. That is A plus b equals 2 into k1 plus k2 minus b. Now let us choose that k1 plus k2 minus b equal to some k. Then it will become 2k, that means multiple of 2, that is it's even, that means A plus C is also even. So from there we can conclude that A row C also holds, right? So this row becomes a transitive relation for that particular row where A row B denotes A plus B is even. This is how we check three types of relations: reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Now if a relation satisfies to be holds of the three relations, that is if a relation is symmetric, reflexive, symmetric and transitive both, then we will say this is an equivalence relation. Okay. For example, if we choose that one, this A plus B is even, we already checked that this is a symmetric relation and transitive relation. We haven't checked the reflexive part. Let's check. Reflexive means A row A should holds. That means A plus A should be even, right? A plus A is even. Now A plus A means 2A, multiple of 2, it is always even. That means the relation row is reflexive also. That is here in that case row is a reflexive relation as well as transitive as well as symmetric. That means row will be an equivalence relation. So this is an example of an equivalence relation. Another very important example of an equivalence relation most commonly used is A row B holds if and only if A minus B is divisible by M. This was very commonly used example, that is A minus B is divisible by M. M is some integer, positive integer. So this one is also another example of equivalence relation. Now if one relation row fails to hold at least one of them of these three, then we will say this is not an equivalence relation. For example, the last one, A row B holds if A is a divisor of B. This is not an equivalence relation because it fails to be symmetric. It wasn't symmetric. So this is not an example of an equivalence relation.